Drawing 3 begins a lot like Drawing 1. Remember to have your units set in architectural inches. I found that it could save time if you're doing several drawings in a row if you set up your grids, units, and layers in a blank drawing, save it as a blank drawing, and then just open that one each time and save it as whatever drawing you're on. That way you don't have to set it up each time. Set your UCS to the front view by selecting the front view on the view cube and then typing in UCS, Enter, V, and Enter. And then draw the front profile of Drawing 3 using a polyline. Don't forget that ortho can be useful in this drawing. The front profile is pretty much the same as Drawing 1, except for it's 2.5 inches tall this time instead of 2. Set your UCS back to World by typing in UCS, then press Enter, and then W, and press Enter. I suggest looking at the object in an isometric view before extruding to make sure that it looks the way that you want it to. Click Extrude, or type EXT in the command line, and then press Enter. Again, the object is 2 inches deep, so click on the profile, press Enter, and then type in 2, and press Enter. Now that we have the 3D solid, you'll see that we need to cut off the corners. To do that, you'll sort of have to add before you can subtract. We'll need to first draw and extrude the shape that we want to extract. So let's cut off the top corner. Now I'm going to demonstrate a different method of choosing a new UCS. It can come in handy when trying to get an irregular drawing surface later on. While in an isometric view, type in UCS and then press Enter. As you know, this puts you in the UCS menu in the command line. This time, type in N for New, and then you'll see a different set of options in the command line. Now type in 3 for 3 point and press Enter. Now the command line is asking for an origin point. Think of this like a graphing coordinate system with an X and a Y axis. With your OSNAP endpoint on, select this endpoint. Be careful not to select the midpoint of the line behind it, and look for the endpoint symbol, which is the square. If you need to rotate your model just a little bit to make sure that you're selecting the right line, use the orbit button to the right. Now it's asking for a point on the positive X axis. Choose this endpoint. And now it should ask for a point on the positive Y axis. Choose this endpoint. You should see your UCS icon change. Select the top view on the view cube. Alright, now let's draw our shape. Select Polyline or type in PL, and then using the dimensions on the drawing sheet 1 through 6, draw the triangle that you want to cut off. You can't just draw the one polyline. You have to draw the entire shape and extrude it. I would then reset your UCS to World and go back to the isometric view. Extrude the new shape 1 inch, as that's the thickness of the solid you're going to cut from. If you're in the isometric view, you can have the mouse pointing in the direction that you want to extrude. Otherwise, you can type in a number for the positive Z-axis extrusion or a negative number for a negative Z-axis extrusion. Now, if the triangular prism is in the right spot, we can subtract it. Type in SU for subtract into the command line and then press Enter. It will then ask you to select the object that you want to subtract from. Click on the L block that you just drew. Press Enter. Now it should ask you to select the object that you want to subtract. That's the triangle that you extruded. Click on it and press Enter again. That should have cut off the corner. Now reset your UCS to World and repeat this process for the bottom corner. When subtracting all the way through an object, it's okay to extrude the object that you want to subtract farther than it needs to be. It should still subtract all the way through. This should be enough to get you through the first 6 drawings, but I'm going to show you another technique on Drawing 4 in the next video. Go ahead and try it on your own first.